Hi guys, this is my review of the MoYu HuanYing 3x3. So I got this cube from wallbuys.com, links for where you can get this will be in the description below. So I've had this cube for about 2 weeks now, and I can now give you guys my full and honest opinion on this cube. So this cube is called the MoYu, so where the name comes from is, there are these group of people designed this puzzle, or this 3x3, and they wanted to mass produce it, so they asked YJ to help them mass produce it, so that's why you see the YJ logo on the box. So I hope that clears up some of the questions you guys have about this cube. So the performance wise of this cube is pretty alright. It's not bad, it's not that good, but overall I find it decent. It's not too bad. So the turning of this cube, it's not as loud anymore because I did add lube onto the pieces, which, you know, gives it more control and also quietens the cube down. So the feeling of this is quite clicky and quite, you know, just really clicky and kind of fast speed. So as you can see, it's just really quite fast. I'll put it up near the mic so you can see hear how loud it is. Yeah, it feels like there's lots of things going on inside. Everything's just working well together, but then it creates this crispy, clicky sound. It's not that bad, but it can get annoying. But out of the box, this cube is definitely really a loud cube, so if you want to quieten it down, just add some lube onto the pieces. So let me perform some algorithms so you guys can see how this performs. So as you can see, it's not bad, the turning quality. Nothing really catches, so that brings me to a point of catching and locking up. It doesn't really lock up or catch, but before I lubed and all that, it does lock up and thing. But that's understandable because it wasn't lube or tension. But now after fully tensioning and lubing it, this cube just turns really quite nice. Corner cutting, this cube is supposed to cut really easily, and sure it does cut easily. Reverse 45, everything about this cube is quite good, but it's not as effortless as the HuanYing. But the corner cutting ability is quite up there. It's really quite good. So pops, I haven't had any pops to this cube. This cube has torpedoes in it, so it prevents the popping issue. And now I'll show you guys the mechanism and how this cube looks. So there's a blue core, and I'll just tell you guys, the mechanism is just really simple mechanism. Nothing too fancy, nothing fancy like the Fun's 3x3. This mechanism is just simple and just, yeah. So as you can see, the pieces, the core is blue, and the centerpiece is just really simple, just really a square, roundish, or cubic looking centerpiece, just rounded off a bit. And there's a blue core, which is cool. And there's also quite a bit of space in there, which allows for that airy, hollowy sound to this cube. So here's a corner piece. So one problem I have with this cube is the caps on the centerpiece just falls out really easily during solves and all that. So I did add some lube to some of the caps, which always pops out, so it sticks in there. But I may add some super glue to it, so I'll just permanently stick it in place. So here is a corner piece. You can see here it looks like a Whitlong with the base looking, and you can see some lube on there. I don't know how lube got in there, but it did. But then it's really, I'm sorry if you guys can't really see this, but there's lots of space in here. You guys can see it's just really simple design, really sharp points, and just really lots of space in here. I'm sorry if you guys can't see that too well, but there, you guys can see it, kind of. And here's an edge piece. It's just a simple, shape here, and just rounded off there. And all they've done to it is just added torpedoes to it. A torpedo to it. It's a rectangular torpedo. And yeah, pretty simple design. Nothing too spectacular, but it performs quite well for this simple design. So one thing I have problem with this cube is, although when assembling it, it's just really annoying. I don't know why this happens. I think you have to lift it up because it sinks into the bottom. So you're putting an edge piece in. This is what happens sometimes. So what you have to do to put it back properly is just basically lift the corner up and push it to the side a bit. So I think because of the corner piece I designed like that, that's why it doesn't assemble well. So if you have a pop in during a solve and you want to quickly assemble it, this is not the cube you want to solve with. So So just basically tension your cube right so it doesn't pop or anything. So recommendations for this cube. Do I recommend this? Yes, I highly recommend this cube. It's not too expensive. It's, you know, it's got competition. It can compete with your Diane, Guhong, or your Zanchi. But it doesn't really, the material, the feel of this cube feels really cheap in my opinion. It doesn't, I don't want to diss YJ, but it just, or the MoYu company, but it just doesn't feel like that, you know, that professional as like the Diane or the Shuangren. But yeah, this cube overall is not too bad. I know some people have this as the main, but I highly recommend this for this price of the cube. But I don't think this will be my main. It's just the feel of it. It's a bit too loud for me. I prefer, you know, quieter cubes and just quicker, you know, smoother cubes or controllable cubes. This cube is not really that type. But I know it's personal preference. So if you guys are into loud, a bit smoother cubes, go for this. Go for the HuanYing. So that's basically it, guys, for my review. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something or, you know, made up your mind. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.